YouTube. I couldn't think of a good way to start this video, but you read the title so you know what it is. In video games, there's either mountains or there are levels with mountains in them. So with that, I decided to think of a list of 10. So let's start the climb and roll the title card. Hello YouTube and welcome to He-Game's Top 10 Mountains in Gaming! An opinion piece. Number 10 is Mount... Alright, nobody really knows how to pronounce this word, but right now I am going to crack the code. This game was made by a man named Toby Fox, and it's theorized that the name of the mountain is Toby backwards. Today we break new grounds. Toby. Alright. Alright, now we just reverse the audio and we get...
Your family.
Well, regardless, this was the mountain that I thought up for the list. I put it at the bottom because, honestly, nothing happens around or on the mountain. It's just casually mentioned in the opening cinematic, and the amazing, heartwarming / devastating story that happens all occurs under the mountain. However, the mountain was the entry point for the game. If Frisk weren't messing around the mountain, even though she was told that kids do not come back from it. I'm calling her a girl. Deal with it. If not for the mountain, the memorable game never would have happened. So for that, Mount Hebus, thank you. The home of the Razos in Final Fantasy X. Let me level with you, not the best part of Final Fantasy X. However, it's still in Final Fantasy X, and you know what that means, right? It's still a breathtaking area with an amazing song. Just feel the power. I love this place because you get to fight Biron and Yankee, you get to capture all sorts of beasts, and if you're as bad at the game as I am, you get to watch this cutscene against Seymour several times. I like this mountain, an easy pick from number 9. You know what I think the best part about mountain levels in video games are? They are some of the best levels in the games themselves, and Mount Wario is certainly one of my favorite levels from Mario Kart 8. And the reason I like it so much is really simple too. Almost every other map in Mario Kart 8 says, here's your map, go around it 3 times! However, in Baby Park's case, it's go around 8 times. However, Baby Park is actually one of the coolest maps of all time because of the ramping difficulty of the bloody war zone it quickly becomes. But on Mount Wario, you only go through it once. You start at the summit on a plain thing, and then you drive off of it onto the mountain. You go through some slalom goalposts, and then you zig through the Rocky Mountain cliffs, and head straight into a cave that lets you take advantage of the anti-gravity, and fly around some rushing water. Then you drive through a ski resort while being able to take advantage of speed boosts. Then you're thrown onto 3 paths. The left is the quickest, but has trees to dodge that can cripple your movement if you hit them. The middle is pretty quick and allows you to fly, but if you don't have a mushroom, the snow will wreck your momentum. And the right! I don't know, I've never gone down the right path. There might be a dragon, who knows? The final leg of the race is down a bunch of Olympic-style obstacles that you can go off to get speed boosts, and all of this ends with you posing. The entire map takes place with this killer soundtrack playing, definitely one of my top 5 levels from this game. Okay, so the Ghost Waluigi used a shortcut that I was not aware of. I'm gonna try and do it this time. So what you do is you use one of your mushrooms off this little ramp and, turn it off. Go to 7. Go to number 7! In a little game called Super Smash Bros. Ball, there's a map called Summit. I'd like to talk about the map, but first I gotta talk about the game. Holy crap, was this game ever playable? It is so stilted. Man, I really like never being able to move at all. Anything slipping and falling, that's fair. How did anybody ever play this game? Did I really buy a Wii exclusively for this experience? Okay, with that out of the way, the Summit is a really fun level that changes the most. You start at the summit of a mountain, throwing attacks back and forth. After a short amount of time, the tip of the mountain is broken free from the top and the level begins speeding down the side of the mountain, and gravity is affected by this shit. After after a while, the stage slams into the sea and dips every so often, which makes you stay up. Otherwise, the balloon fight fish will pop up and eat you. And after about a minute, rising up from the depths is the old mountain, ready to do the whole process over again. What a fun and ever-changing stage. I love it so. So much more than the static, boring stages. For the mountain I select from Super Mario 64 is one cool mountain. One cool mountain. I don't know if I like this level more than Bomb on Battlefield, but actually, you know what? I do like it more. It has amazing design and a slide. Penguin racing on a slide. What more do you need? I mean, the best part of Super Mario 64s are the slide sections, and this one lets you race on one. And if that weren't enough for you, the rest of the map is phenomenal as well. First off, the song. I love this little motif, even though it's used in like 5 other places in the game. But here, it has an icy feel. The quests you get to complete while listening to this song are great as well. I mean, the most memorable quest is a great example. Getting this little penguin and then sliding down the slopes, walking across the bridge and returning the little squirt to his mother. And then promptly murdering the little delinquent. Always murder the penguin. I didn't even mean to place these two right next to each other, but hey, Mambo Mountain, another amazing level. I mean, no murder of penguins, but you can turn into a tick and meet monkeys. It has all the hidden prizes of Super Mario 64, but it has so much more, including a better song. There is never a bad time to play Mambo Mountain. Except maybe at Nana's funeral, but my funeral would be a great place to play it. Yep, the fun collectibles and adaptive musical store of Mambo Mountain places it at number 5 on my list. Now here's a great mountain. It's not really a level because Skyrim is an open world, but shortly after you start your mission, you are tasked with climbing the 1,000 steps to meet the Greybeards. I wonder if there actually are 1,000 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm bored already, but I did meet this guy. Hey, what you doing there, buddy?
I don't get it.
Who could ever forget this mountain? You can actually feel the cold mountain air. You fight bears, and everyone remembers meeting this Yeti and getting murdered him and going back to Iverstead, climbing up again and finding the Yeti, running past him this time, and eventually, a little over halfway up the mountain, you get to High Hrothgar, and you get to meet the Greybeards, who teach you to use the Thum, or shouts. But on this file, I can't actually find them. What gives? I know Fus Ro Dah, but I don't know the one to clear the way. I want to go to the top of the map and meet Dragon Mario. Let me up! Screw it, I know what to do. Yes, sir, one of your finest steeds, please. Oh yeah, we're going. We're gonna see Dragon Mario. Finally, we've reached the summit. Where the heck is Patronox? Screw it, here's some stolen footage of Charles Martinet as a dragon. It's me, Patronox! Woohoo! Now here's a symbol that speaks to the amazingness of Ocarina of Time. I mean, Death Mountain is a cool place with cool quests and dungeons, and they even have that creepy Muslim chant. Oh yeah, so creepy, so mildly offensive. I love it. But the thing that I love about Death Mountain is that no matter where you are, you can always look up and see it looming in the distance. Well, okay, not anywhere. You're not gonna see it down in the graves. The only thing that you're gonna see here is the rapist zombies. But outside, there it is. You can actually walk there and meet some Gorons. It is such an amazing experience. I don't care what Ego Raptor says. It's not a sequel about exploring the unknown and discovery, but Ocarina is an amazing adventure that actually has you feel real emotions, and I love it. Hit me with a little more of the Quran. Oh yeah. You know what that is, don't you?
I ain't gon' let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear.
The greatest rap song in a video game. I mean, I think the only rap songs in games are from this game's Knuckle stages, but yeah. I know a hill isn't technically a mountain, but it kinda is. Actually, you know what? Pumpkin Hill isn't even a hill. It's a bunch of Tim Burton-esque spires. This level really shouldn't be on the list, should it? Okay, I apologize, but I love this level. I hate the treasure hunting parts of this game, but this level lends itself to it so well. You can glide, and there are ghosts and trains. The song? In fact, if I were to do a top 10 Sonic Adventure 2 stages, this would definitely be there. It might even be number 1.
Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow.
Okay, not number 1, but would definitely be in the top 5. I love this level. Alrighty, for number 1, I am going to put my worthless opinion aside and use pure, objective facts. Naturally, being raised in a capitalist society, whatever the most valuable video game series goes here, and that is Pokemon! So boom, Mount Moon. Just kidding. While it is a good and memorable mountain, the only Pokemon game that has actually raised in value since its release is Pokemon Black 2. Just kidding, I hate Gen 5. The only valuable game is Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and there is only one mountain that I could choose as number 1, Mount Silver. One thing that's super cool about it is that you can catch Moltres here, but you know what mountain's cool when the fact that you can catch a one-of-a-kind legendary Firebird is a side note that no one really cares about. I think we all know about the big reason why the mountain is here. You've acquired 16 badges, you've beaten down the elite, but all those battles fail in comparison to the king of the mountain, Red. The fight between Red and Gold is an amazing, legendary battle for the ages that only happens at the peak of Mount Silver. So for that reason, and that reason alone, it is important enough to be the top of my list. So there you have Heen Gaming's ill-informed list of mountains. Do you know of many mountains that should have reached the peak? I bet you do. I can only think of these 10s, and I don't play that many video games. So tell me I'm a fool and tell me about better mountains. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more lists and videos. I'm dead serious about that top 10 stages from Sonic Adventure 2.